Welcome to the year of the skins, everybody. No, seriously, this bloody new seasonal event brought with it enough skins to justify such a title. However, we will be discussing these at a later date. But as for all this before you, the bloody heck is all before you. Well, the year of the Kerr Rat has dropped Kerr Rat Racing at our feet, and everything here ties into it. So, looks like we have some experimenting to do. However, nothing can be done until we build this year's newest structure, the Kerr Rat Shrine. It's easy to obtain and immediately available, so get to it. But building the shrine ain't enough though. So be sure to offer a carrot to the Kerr Rat gods in order to unlock the special crafting tab here. It is chock full of new opportunities while still continuing to offer some oldies. So let's just go ahead and discuss them all, I guess. You will notice that Kerr Rats themselves are craftable for this seasonal event, but we will offer up a fun alternative later. However, you can't really have an alternative for the start of a race of any sort, so be sure to get yourself the starting point kit while you're at it. On the flip side, what's a start without a proper finish? And no, I'm not just talking about in the bedroom. So, get a finish line kit, you numpties. And finally, the checkpoint kits. They are completely optional for the races, however they do spice things up, as all of your Kerr Rats will have to hit all of them before ever finishing the race, so heads up there. But speaking of, it is race time, baby. So place your runner at the start, hit that gong, and then begin to pull your hair out as you shout desperate pleas and degrading phrases at all your Kerr Rats as they inevitably fail to make a good impression in their first ever race. But as you can see, there is no need to have more than one player in the game if you wish, or if you have no friends like me. Because Charlie herself will conjure up some competition. And at the end of it all, you and your Kerr Rat will either taste the thrill of victory or wallow in the agony of defeat. But there are some fun animations among this event, Clay. Very well done. But of course, the better the Kerr Rat does, the better the reward. And in my tests, the most lucky nuggets I have ever gotten was 6, while the least was 1. And that was without just straight up losing, mind you. So how do we go about not losing then? Do we need to cue an 80s training montage perhaps? Well, yes, actually, because we can choose to build various gym kits that all lend themselves to making our Kerr Rats faster, smarter, and healthier. So, let's just try them all, shall we? Starting with the most obvious kit, the Speed Trainer. So get your Kerr Rat to do some cardio on the old hamster wheel, and in about a minute and a half, the little guy will be a few ticks faster than before. And trust me, you can definitely tell the difference between a trained Kerr Rat and not. However, speed isn't everything. Your little guy may still veer off course, tire out, or just straight up start sleeping in the middle of the race, which is quite good fun, I must say. And again, the character dialogue while all this is going on is phenomenal. But you know what? Endurance may not be the most important stat to train either. But of course, it will work wonders. Endurance training will have your Kerr Rats tiring less, meaning they'll spend more time running and navigating the races over catching their breath. This is obviously great for longer races with more checkpoints. However, endurance also secures easy victories in smaller races too, as your Kerr Rats may be able to run through the entire course without stopping once. And by the by, the actual training animation is absolutely wonderful, but be mindful, the better one of your Kerr Rats gets, the better one or two of Charlie's will become, it seems. Navigational training should not be ignored as well, as it will keep our Kerr Rats gun-ho and steady as they make their way to the finish. And we can think of it like navigating a maze, only you have a very solid idea of which way to turn most every single time. Carrats will be practically dead on even with checkpoints without wandering too much. But remember now, just because they know where they're going doesn't mean that they're going to get there first or effectively. We must train all stats in order to be the Kerr Rat champion of the constant. And the last stat in question is reflexes, and don't downplay the training. It can be pretty darn vital as it actually negates the effects of the sounding, starting gong. You may have noticed that your Carrats start off races sort of stunned or whatever, and reflexes help shorten or even prevent that. Carrats will be faster off the start and therefore stand a better chance at finishing first. So couple that with all the rest of the training, and now we have ourselves the making of a solid winner of a racer here. Plus, how can you not like just watching the training take place? It's freaking hilarious. But the last of the big, newer structures are the Kerr Rat Scales. And no, they don't actually weigh our Kerr Rats, but instead indicate how well trained they are. The one on the left there is a freshly purchased Kerr Rat that has undergone 0 training, while the one on the right has trained fully in all stats twice over. I am not too sure of the limit, if there even is one, but yes, know that you can train them over and over and over again if you wish. But remember that Kerr Rat alternative I mentioned earlier? Why buy these creatures when we can capture them ourselves? Yes, indeed, everyone. You can head to the lunar biome, find Kerr Rats, trap however many you please, and then proceed to race the little buggers all the same as the others. And in my limited tests, mind you, I did find that wild Kerr Rats to be kind of the same level as awful as newly bought ones, but of course, every Kerr Rat has different stats. The point is that trapping Kerr Rats for races is a thing, and I find that to be a lovely touch. However, before we move on to the smaller, more aesthetically pleasing crap, we should know that there is a length limit for races, it seems. Sadly, it appears even this length is too long, but perhaps it was a checkpoint issue, moreover a length one, but I'm not too 100% sure there. It just doesn't look like we can race across the map as we want to. At least for now. So these seed packets, Beard, what's their deal? Well, if you were like me and thought they'd be used to motivate and keep Kerr Rats training, then you'd be wrong. They're just seeds, literally just packets of seeds. That being said, seeds do have purpose within this seasonal event. They allow us to reset the spoilage time of Kerr Rats in our inventory, as well as offer us the opportunity to change the colors of them to boot. And as far as I can tell, the changes are only aesthetic and will not alter their stats in any way. However, the color changes themselves do in fact translate to the races overall, and it's lovely. Depending on said color, the checkpoints as well as the finish line fireworks will change to match, and that is just wonderful. Again, I'm pretty sure these were put into the game to just simply indicate which Kerr Rat was whose, depending on who's racing. But if stats do change according to the seed type, then let us know. And the last of the new additions, the beautiful floating lantern and the Kerr Rat figure sketch, which of course can be put into a potter's wheel for the statues themselves. The statues are fine and dandy, I guess. However, I must say, seeing this lantern makes me want alternatives to base lighting beyond fires and toadstool loot for Pete's sake. Heck, just keep these for all I care. But finally, the returning fireworks, which are very straightforward and a one-time use only, the portable red lantern thing that I totally forgot the name of, and the 3 pieces of monsterware that make you dance like a loon. And it wouldn't be a Chinese New Year event without any of them. So have fun. And there you have it, everyone. This year's seasonal event and the first of many to come come in 2020. The year of the Kerr Rat is here, and simply brings some fun to the table at the end of the day. So be sure to nab that special login bonus as well, enjoy the new music at the main menu, and watch our skin showcase tomorrow to see if any of the 84 million new ones catch your eye. Thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all. Have fun out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.